Welcome to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Cush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Okay, welcome everybody to Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. I, myself, am Dr. Cush. We are here tonight to, we're doing some work, putting some work in tonight. I've been tasked recently with coming up with a few cocktails for a company that I'm working for. And one of those is going to be using Amaro. They have a new Amaro out. They want to find a way to use it in Tiki drinks, as well as, you know, what's the opposite of a Tiki? I guess can we say like Tiki drinks and then just normal drinks, just other cocktails? Like, is it Tiki cocktails versus the world? I don't know. Anyway, they want some like more classic-y cocktails with Amaro. That easy to do. I feel like that we can do that. We're struggling currently finding a way to blend Amaro or Amari into Tiki drinks. So, yeah, I got a whole show. I have a whole like audience of people that can give me suggestions as we go. I have a basic base that I want to start with, and then we can start to sort of deconstruct it. I'll tell you guys what I'm tasting, what it is, and then you guys, as my hive mind, will be able to tell me what is going on. Speaking of what is going on, okay. My computer started flashing. Terrifying. Okay. Let me say hello to the people. Let's start up at the top like we always do. Where is the top though? Always at the very beginnings. Okay. Okay, perfect. Bon loves Amaro. I know that Shawnee P was here earlier. He's going to take a bunch of notes. That was not able to be saved on my little app here. So Shawnee P is here. So a good evening. He'll be taking some notes because apparently he is an Amaro fan. I'm starting to see that maybe I've been missing the boat a little bit because Bon also loves the Amari. So maybe we'll do more stuff with Amaro coming up. Amari. Here we go. We got Amy Beer making a little dinner. Love that. It is taco movers. I love a taco mover. Can't get enough taco mover. Here is our good friend Moose. Moose. Good to see you. Shawnee Pandabaker is making rotisserie chicken and California veggies. What's a California veggie? Is it like it's avocado, isn't it? It's always avocado. Hopefully it's avocado. I feel like that's the state vegetable. I think it's a fruit, technically. Maybe it's a nut. Well, I think that's the state fruit of, or state veggie of California. Roger G is here. Good to see you, Roger G. Excited to see where this one goes. Another Amaro fan. Should we do this Dr. Cush's bitter drinks? I feel like exotic maybe throwing everybody off. Maybe a little Dr. Cush's bitter drinks, and we will get more viewership. So let me say hello to our good friend Richie the Whiff. Dang. I had a feeling. I had a thought of bringing in Whiff and Cubes tonight, but it did not work. The Rich returns. Good to see you. Broccoli, cauliflower, and carrots. I feel like those are just vegetables. Maybe, you know what it is? I live in California. So there's a chance that those are just vegetables to me. And then you say California vegetables because those are different than California vegetables. I don't know. I feel like It just seems like vegetables. I did cauliflower with rice. Have you ever done cauliflower as rice, Amy Beer? One of my very favorite things, cauliflower as rice. Just put it into a food processor, a whole thing. I get it up. Put it in like an oven or like a pan just to sort of soften it up. And it's just like rice. Not just like, you know, it's... You'll never like let it go that it's cauliflower, but it is just like rice for all intents and purposes. Okay. We are attempting to do what a lot of people find incredibly difficult to do. We are going where very few bartenders, very few tiki bartenders have gone before. We are going to try and find a way to take Amaro and just slam it into a tiki drink. So for the first attempt, have never attempted this before. This is completely a hypothetical cocktail. We do those all the time. Once we've learned how cocktails are built, then from our hypotheses, from our working theory, we can build cocktails in our brain, and then we can drink them later and decide whether or not our brain even was working. Well, you know, it depends on when you're thinking of these things. If you're thinking of them in the middle of drinking, well, that doesn't work. So let's get into it. Oh, let me say hello to our good friend Forlorn Hope, who's back. Didn't scare him off. Good to see you again. And did Paul Pell? Oh, Gush. Oh, Gush. Oh, gosh. Paul Bell Amaro is here. We are doing an Amaro, Paul. It's a brand new Amaro. I don't even think it's hit shelves yet. So there's not a lot you guys can do to help me there, but just in the process. So what are we going to do? When we start thinking about tiki drinks, we, of course, can start thinking of things like daisies, the Mai Tai, there's other ones. Trust me, there are other daisies. But what are we really talking about when we're talking about a lot of tiki drinks? We're talking about punches. So we're going to take a very simple of a gin. Sorry, I just saw that Motu, the Gin of Tiki, has joined. So good. This is the actual. You guys, we know you talk about Brando all the time. Brando Gin has joined and is watching. We are going to have to figure out how to slam some Amaro into a tiki cocktail. So we're going to start with a punch. We all know the formula for punch: 1 of sour, 2 of sweet, 3 of strong, 4 of weak, and a little spice to make it all nice. But we're going to go even simpler than that. And we're going to go back to one of the great granddaughters or great grandfathers of the tiki drink, which is the Planter's Punch. It is a very simple drink. It contains some Jamaican rum, usually some Jamaican rum. Sometimes you can get like a heavy Barbados rum. It contains some lime, it contains some sugar, and it contains some bitter elements, usually a tea or some sort of, Angostura bitters. That's really what we're doing. But because we are working on making one of the ingredients the main show, we're gonna have to up our bitter a little bit. So we're gonna add a couple extra ingredients. So stick with me for a minute, and let me just make my first one, and then everybody can jump in and we can decide how we want to move on with this. But obviously, this is a what do you call it? A punch. You gotta shake it. All right, we got to shake it. So, Roger's saying it right. Sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and spicy. Don't forget umami. Don't forget fat. We're not putting any fat in here. Let's put them in the right order. Cheapest ingredients first. You know what I'm saying? Nothing cheaper than pseudo lime. It's made from 8 limes, makes a whole big fat thing of it. So that's what we're looking for. We're gonna be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of some lime juice. So let me just check my numbers real quick. 2. That's 1, and then it is. Is everything okay out there? I think Kyle fell down. 1, and then we're gonna do. That. Yeah. Okay. So I think what we want. Okay. Good. Phew. Kyle's okay. One of the issues with making a drink like this is it's not going to be me making it, right? So I will create the recipe, and then I will send it out into the world, and then other people have to make this cocktail. So obviously I can say, like, we need a heavy half ounce or like a fat, fat whatever, and I know what I mean by that. For drinks like this to work that we're putting out into the world, they of course then have to be like normal proportions. So like as close to even proportions as we can. So we're going to do 1, 1, 1, half, half. I feel like that's the way to go with this. So let's start off with, this doesn't seem like enough. We're going to start off with, we're going to do 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Right there. Tough when you're falling before the tiki drink's not after. Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't know what the hell Kyle's doing out there, but all I heard was a loud Kyle-sized thud, and I was really hoping that Kyle is going to make it. Okay. Normally with a planter's punch, we want to use a sugar that is, or a simple syrup that is, not just simple white sugar. We want like a Demerara sugar. I have to make sure that the sweetness lands before I can begin to build in anything else. I don't want to hide stuff in the Demerara simple syrup and then send this out in the world and people not be able to make the correct type of Demerara simple syrup. So we're going to start with something that every person on this earth can make as long as they have a little bit of sugar. Literally put your sugar out in the rain and you've made simple syrup. That's all we're doing. So I'm going to be putting in half an ounce of some of this simple syrup. There. I'll put this, how do I put this in the refrigerator where it goes? Set a good example for the rest of the world. Okay. Obviously, pineapple juice is not a typical ingredient that falls into the original planter's punch. But as we start to see the planter's punch sort of build out, we do see people throwing in pineapple stuff into it. I mean, all kinds of fruits that would also grow around where you would grow things like sugar. Pineapple being one of the main ones. And if somebody is looking for a tiki drink, they're really looking for 3 big flavors. Which is so bizarre that the pina colada does not count as a tiki drink. But you're looking for, for the untrained, unevolved tiki file, or the new to tiki person, we're looking for rum, obviously. We're looking for coconut. We're looking for pineapple. So if we're going to be serving this in places where, tiki is not the thing, but just a part of it, why not throw a little pineapple in our tiki drink? Just to bring up both aspects of what is already in this drink, the sweet, the sour. We're going to be balancing out sweet and sour as we go here. So we're going to be putting in a full ounce of some fresh squeezed pineapple juice. We could have made this with Dole. Could have. Didn't. Could have. But we didn't. Because we, Dole just it's not as good as of a pineapple as fresh pineapple. Okay. Let's put in our Jamaican rum. Jamaican rum specifically, because we're throwing an Amaro in here. The Amaro is going to have big fat flavors. Big bitters, big cinnamons, big cooking spices, big all that stuff. Italian Amari tend to be big and bullying in cocktails. So we need to send in our own bully. And in the rum world, really the bullies of the rum world are going to be things like your Martiniques, and they're going to be things like your Jamaican rums. So we're going to be throwing in a Jamaican rum. This is certainly a large bully in the Jamaican rum space. This is Smith & Cross, not an incredibly expensive version of rum, but certainly a high ABV version of rum. And it has all of that good, that dunder, that funk that we're looking for. So 1 full ounce of a Jamaican rum, something with a little funk. Smith & Cross is back. Yes, Smith & Cross, Richie the Whiff, is back. Absolutely. Amy Beer, I'm very sorry. Let me tell you, Amy Beer, if you're never looking for pineapple, can I give you a suggestion? Passion fruit. Passion fruit and pineapple sort of run parallel to each other. Obviously, you can't go out and buy like passion fruit syrup. You'll have to get a fresh passion fruit, maybe juice that thing or get a pulp going, maybe blend it all up. But both of those are going to come in with a little bit of sour, a little bit of sweet, some juiciness, a little body to it. If you shake passion fruit really heavy, you'll get a nice little head on top of your cocktail. So you're good. Okay, let me introduce you to a new friend of mine. This is Rangoni. This is Amaro Rangoni. Oh no, well, I'm very sorry about that, Amy Beer. We're gonna be maybe Passoa, the one you brought to the yes. That's true. Oh, it's certainly not open at all. I found this bottle. I was sent this bottle a little while ago from the Rangoni people, and now they are interested in me getting out here and creating a cocktail for them. I'm going to tell them, first of all, you got to make sure that people can open up your bottles. There we go. Put that to the side. Let's give this a taste first. Certainly smells like an Amaro. Brilliant analysis. It's Amaro-y. Let me say that it does remind me a little bit of my favorite thing on earth, Malort, in the smell only, because that's all I've done so far. But let's give it a taste, see where we're at with it. Pour it on here so we can win some awards. Big sweet notes in the nose as well. Certainly catching cinnamon, wormwood. We're catching a little allspice in there. Ooh. Very Christmassy, almost. Let's give this a taste. Oh. It's good. The bitter notes is coming from wormwood. The sweet notes are coming from cinnamon. Not an uber complex version of an Amaro, but I feel like that makes it a very approachable Amaro. I don't think that they're putting in an 85 ingredient list to get their stuff. I don't think they're buying 75% of the world's anything in order to make this, but it certainly does come in. Oh, it's a 700 milliliter. 700 milliliter. Do you know what that means? It's from Europe. We do 750s over here. Extra 50 milliliter, that extra shot always helps Americans. We need it. Yeah, I can see this working out really well with big cinnamon up front, with the wormwood in the back. Let's see how we do. Normally, for a planter's punch, we want the rum to sing. We want the lime to sing. We want to bring in a sugar that has the molasses. Let that at least, harmonize with it. But in this one specifically, we're trying to, get this going. So we're going to put in 1 ounce of some. This is, I believe they've stuck with the name Amaro Rangoni or Rangoni Amaro. There might be other things, but this is what it says on here. So we're going to put in 1 ounce of some Amaro Rangoni. If you're looking for like a comp, if you want to like play along, if you want to play the game with me, for right now, until I let you guys know where to find Amaro Rangoni, I would say that the closest one I can think of for this one is like a Montenegro. It's in the Montenegro family. So if you guys have a bottle of Montenegro with you, or looking for something sort of fun to do with it, try this one. This Amaro Planter's Punch. We're gonna name it something once we get the whole cocktail together. Just give it a taste before we shake. How much lime did I put in here? I put in 3/4 ounce, right? Always go with your first instinct. I think it might be just a touch too much lime. But certainly the Amaro is shining through. The Amaro is singing in here. The Jamaican rum is still around. The pineapple. Listen, pineapple doesn't need your advocacy. Pineapple will do exactly what it's doing. Oh, you know what we haven't done in a while? I just brought it out last night. We're going to stamp this cube before we put it in. This is, remember old Cush's face? Just going to stamp it right there. Let that go. I forget how much fun stamping my ice was. My idea of fun and your idea of fun may be completely different. But while we're waiting for that, let me say hello to the people that have joined. Let me say hello to Loriander. The funk is basically measured in ester counts. That is correct. That is correct. It is the esters create the funk, which is the exact opposite of now. If you're named Esther, there's a good chance you're not bringing the funk. There's a good chance that you are a great-grandmother at this point and are no longer bringing the funk. But in rum, it's the exact opposite. Adding a little bonbon into the mix is always a good idea. I couldn't agree more. If we could get we could just turn bonbon into some sort of spray. Just, blend her up, put her in a spray, right on top of a cocktail. Nothing more tiki than that. Cheers to my mom. Good to see you, Mom. Tiki Tom is here. Better late than never. Mas, and this is the first phrase I ever learned in Spanish. Más vale tarde que nunca. Much better late than never. Más vale tarde que nunca. Who else we got? Susan Mitchell. Oh, Abby, Alex, and I say hi. They're over on Facebook now. They're jumping all over the place. What about mango or mango orange? Amy, what do you like? Okay, this has been sitting there for long enough. Oh. Let it sit there for too long. There we go. Crunch that out. Look at that guy. Look at that handsome fella. Oh, it's so hard to see ice. Somebody could just make a camera. Canon, I'm looking at you. Canon, go ahead and make an ice camera. Something that takes great pictures of ice. I don't know how you're going to do it, but that's not my job. Your job is to make cameras that can take pictures of things. My job, make drinks. Throw in a little bit of ice with your face on it. Give this a shake. Okay. Throw this here. Hopefully with just real quick, everybody. I want everybody to take a second. Stop what you're doing. My niece Abby got her hair cut yesterday. So whatever you're doing, mark that on your calendars. I can't wait to see it. Is there a way to send a picture to me? I won't put it on the internet. I don't think. I promise I won't. But send me a picture. I want to see it. I bet it looks freaking adorable. All right, let's pour this into the drink right there. Now, because we shook that pineapple, we're going to get all that good pineapple foam up here on top. Right there. And then we're going to just, let's not do it with our hands. Let's not be an animal. There we go. Kind of a short drink. Not all people are prepared for a short tiki drink, but I think we are. We're going to take a little pineapple fronds since there's pineapple in here. Yes, have these pineapple fronds seen better days? Yeah, yesterday was a better day. The day before that was better than yesterday. But, here we are. A couple pineapple fronds with one large cube. And there we go. Oh, Richie the Whiff can't decide what color that is. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting color. Do I have a flashlight? I have a phone. Let's get in here so we can give it maybe a better... There we go. Yeah, just pull one of these. Just really give it a... It's kind of like, I don't know... I feel like you could probably call this tropical, like a tropical color almost. Like it does, here, literally, I have a thing that puts light from the bottom, which is where we need it, and it spins the whole cocktail. What else do I have there? Oh, look at that. Let's turn it down a little bit. Well, now we don't want all the colors. There we go. Paul's going to say it's burnt orange. I'd say burnt orange. I wonder, just for looks, if it's, well, I don't, this is the issue, right? This is the issue. I'm sending this out into the world. After I give up this recipe, it doesn't matter what I say. I can't go into restaurants and correct the bartenders, right? Even if I wanted to, this would be a large thing that would be going on. So I wouldn't be able to correct the people. So yeah, I was gonna say maybe a little bit of grenadine on the bottom, just so that we have like a 3-layer cocktail. I don't know. Okay. Well, either way, take these out. This right here, the Amaro Planters Punch. Obviously, that is not the final name for it, but we will figure out a real name for it at some point. How do we do? I mean, I don't know what to tell you guys. If you ask me right now, if I could just take no time, right? No time and get good at something, right? I think it would probably go, and I think in this order. I think I would want to be I think I'd want to be a really good, oh gosh, it goes between 3 of them. I think I want to be a really good singer. And right after that, I'd want to be a really good drawer. And then after that, I'd want to be a really good dancer. I feel like any one of those 3 things I would have done very well. You know, I wear the jackets like a dancer. Like, what am I, Justin Timberlake over here? I mean, come on, look at me. But what I was given is I make pretty good drinks. I do make pretty good cocktails. I think this is a particularly interesting cocktail. With so much Amaro being put into it, you'd be worried that you would be overrun by Amaro. The Amaro certainly lives deep in this cocktail, but because the Amaro that I'm choosing specifically isn't like a huge, it's not a monster. It's not a monster of an Amaro. It's a really nice, easy sipping Amaro, not overly complex, cinnamons and wormwood, etc. I think it works really well in this. Should we get Kyle's opinion? Let's see if Kyle wants to give his opinion. Kyle? Low carb cocktail guy says too much vodka makes you an amazing dancer. Listen, I think yes, that is very true. Good to see you. Hopefully everybody has gone over to learn, because only a few days. What was it called? The leaping leprechaun? No, the lecherous leprechaun. That can't be right. The loopy leprechaun. I forget exactly which leprechaun it is. Pop on over to the low carb cocktail guy and check him out. Oh, first I want you to try this. Yeah, there we go. So that's the actual Amaro. I don't need a rating on that, because your rating doesn't. If you don't like it, then I don't want to hear it. And if you do like it, it doesn't really matter. I want you to know what you're sipping on. Okay, he's befuddled leprechaun. The befuddled leprechaun, not the lecherous leprechaun. This right here is the drink. It is half Amaro, half Jamaican rum, 1 ounce of pineapple juice, 3/4 ounce lime, and then half an ounce of simple syrup to just sort of bring up a little bit of the flavor. I do think maybe it could even well, you tell me. You're drinking it like a bird. I don't understand why you look to the sky when you're drinking. Going back for sip 2. Go ahead. That's a glove. All right, that's good. That's a glove. Now, Kyle's rating system is pretty simple. Glove, galike, gahate. But that is a glove. I'm gonna need that back though. I will make you another one. I do need that back. Kyle tried to sneak out of here with one. I promise I will make you another one after this. I just want to see. You can take the Amaro. Good. Okay. Well, I guess he liked it enough to that. Dr. Cush should give his opinion on vodka. Give me my opinion on vodka right now. In certain situations, vodka is the only way to go. You got to sneak the liquor into somewhere. Vodka, it's great. Vodka mixes with anything, and from there, you're good. Anything else, just drink gin. Yippee kind of likes it. Indeed, he does. Guys, it's a very simple recipe. It certainly tastes of tiki. I think we can probably start to adjust little things here. I do think personally, I was trying to go 1-1-1 half-half because that's a very simple way for bartenders to understand how to build a drink. You know, the moment you put that 3/4 in there, for some reason, bartenders' eyes roll in the back of their head. They're lost. They don't know what to do. Oh my God, please don't order this one. I'll never push this one because one of those crazy ingredients is a 3/4 and I don't like it. So if we can bring that lime down just a little bit using fresh pineapple juice, we should get some of that sour with it, but also the big sweets in the pineapple juice. We have this lovely head on top of here, which I think is delicious. Oh, this is fun. Low carb cocktail guy. This company that I'm working with, Rangoni, is putting out a zero sugar Amaro. Are there other ones? Low carb cocktail guy, you'd be the one that knows this. They're putting out a 0 sugar Amaro. How freaking cool would that be for like Amaro drink? I don't know. It doesn't bother me. No sugar, with sugar, I don't care. But I am just Dr. Cush. My drinks have to just be exotic. They don't have to be sugar-free. You put yourself in a box. You're killing it. But there's a box. Low carb cocktail guy makes you a good. Said vodka makes you a good dancer. I say it would turn you into a serial killer. Not a serial killer. A sociopath. Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Well, low carb cocktail guy, I will get you a bottle as soon as I get my hands on one. Low carb cocktail guy, I'm sending one out your way. Put it on your channel, and we'll call it even. There's the Paul I was expecting. Yes, Paul calling people that enjoy vodka. Paul sent me a bottle of vodka. What are you saying, buddy? I think I drank it all. No, I didn't. It's still there. That's the show. That really is it. Highly recommend if you are ever in the need of having to create a cocktail for anything that is tiki. Start with the Planter's Punch and build out from there. With the Amaro, we can name this certainly something else. If you guys have any fun names for me, please let me know. And from there, that is it. Guys, we are back here, remember, on Saturday for 3 reasons. The first reason, the one that I put at the end, because I don't know if this is a real reason, we always do shows on Saturdays. We at least always try to do shows on Saturdays. The other 2 reasons, obviously, St. Patrick's Day is coming up. It is our yearly St. Patrick's Day show where I do the entire show in an Irish accent. It makes no sense. I am not of Irish descent. Cushman is not an Irish name. I don't think. I don't know where I'm from. I'm like a mutt. But we put on an Irish accent, we make Irish drinks, and sometimes I dance a little jig. That's what we're doing there. It will also be my dad's birthday, so we are going to, celebrate, sing with that as well. Any details on when it's going to be released? No. Does that answer your question? No, it does. Let me be fair. It does answer your question. It doesn't answer it in a satisfactory way. Shawnee, as soon as I'm able to get the information on when I can get you guys Rangoni, I will let you know. They are also behind things like the Alto Gin that we used yesterday, which is this guy right here. This is a very botanical forward gin, a kind of a fun thing. And obviously they have a dealing with Brando. So the Motu gin. So there we go. Happy birthday to, oh, there's Cyrus Bardsley. I know why Cyrus is here. 1 second.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki nueve ratatata.
Oh, where's the other one? And hopefully he wants to hear.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
We all want to know who Dr. Jiggy Jig is. All right, guys, that is what I got for you. Thank you so much for showing up. It turns out I didn't need as much help as I did, but Sean, or any of you that are out there that are, other cocktail experimenters, try this base. Find an Amaro that you like, try this base, and then let's compare notes on sort of how you adjusted it. I'm going to try this one again here in a minute. I'm going to bring back the lime just a little bit just to see if I can make this sort of more Amaro forward, a little less pineapple. But you guys try it out there. Let me know what you think. Put the comments under this video. If you put comments under the video, it seems to help the videos out. So do that for me. And let's meet again. Then you guys are great.
I know you are, but what am I?
I mean, you guys are great.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're great.
I know you are, but what am I?
I'm having a party, and you're invited.
Bye!
Bye.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta teke teke no es verdad ta 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 ta.
Goodbye.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.